I'm Alexis Schwerha with Campus Reform. Today we're in Washington, D.C., here at George Washington University to get students' reactions about this year's Olympics being held in China. In light of human rights abuses and recent genocide, a lot of people have been calling for a boycott in order to hold China accountable. What will students think? Let's find out. So the Olympics are currently going on. United States back at the world stage. Are you going to be watching?
I don't really watch the Olympics that much. My dad's protesting it though. He just doesn't like China that much, doesn't agree with their government.
No.
All I've seen is figure skating.
Just very busy.
Yes, on and off. I don't have access to cable.
I wish I was, but no, I don't have streaming services.
I have not watched any of the Olympics.
Me neither. Just very busy.
I am not personally. I'm not watching it mostly just because my interests aren't necessarily in Olympic, winter sports.
China has evidence against them for human rights abuses, crimes against humanity, genocide against the Uyghurs. So kind of with this in mind, do you think people should be boycotting the Olympics?
Yeah, 100%.
If they're competing with all this stuff going on within China, that's kind of like they don't really care about it.
People's lives are more important than games.
I think they're innocent until proven guilty.
There's evidence of the Uyghur camps.
Okay, then I think that then it's wrong. Then they shouldn't.
A lot of countries beforehand have hosted Olympics despite a lot of national tragedies. Kind of undecided with that.
It would be maybe better to host them in a different place this year, but still include Chinese athletes.
There's just a lot of external pieces involved. What's happening with the Uyghurs is terrible and should be brought more to light. If a boycott needs to be a part of that, that's valid.
The IOC is a thoroughly corrupt organization. That's going to continue to happen.
Right before World War II, they had the Olympics as well, despite the tension. It's a moment for all the countries to come together. The Olympics has been separated from politics. I think some people are having an issue with that.
Why do you think they're having an issue with that?
With COVID, with a lot of, there's a lot of race issues happening right now.
I think the fact that people are protesting is bringing awareness to the issue.
From a point of view of human rights and issues like that, they shouldn't have been able to. These issues are more important than any sport and they should be called out for what they are.
When a country does host the Olympics, they get a lot of attention, they get a lot of resources, a lot of money. Do you think China should be on the receiving end?
Obviously, genocide is horrible, so just working on fixing that first.
I do. They put a lot of effort into the venues, into being able to host it, especially during a time of COVID.
The White House has gotten involved in December. Jen Psaki said that they're going to issue a diplomatic boycott from the Olympics and try to hold China accountable. Do you guys think this was an appropriate response, or should the United States be taking a stronger stance on this?
A stronger stance.
A stronger stance, making a statement is not enough.
The diplomatic boycott, which is maybe soft a little bit.
The boycotts, here in the United States, people are saying don't watch the Olympics, turn it off, and it seems to be working. It was down 43% from the last Winter Games. It has had record low viewership. What do you think the purpose of this is?
To make sure that there's a statement internationally from at least people in the United States saying that we don't accept these issues and that human rights violations are not something that should be occurring in general.
I think they're really just trying to take away either from Chinese economy, which I'm not sure if that's going to be super successful. It's just more of a symbolic.
To kind of draw attention to how accountable China should be for the things that are happening.
It'd be good to hold FIFA and the International Olympic Committee to not host in a country like China or Bahrain or Qatar with bad human rights records.
Do you guys support the boycott?
Yeah.
Yeah, if people think that there's a good cause, they shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know a lot about that and the genocide, so maybe I would refrain from watching it now knowing that.
I support people being able to make their own decisions. I will continue to watch the games. I'm trying to separate it from politics.
Yeah, I support the boycott. Yeah.